Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Sorry it has been a while. Really quickly, the reason why it's been a while is because I've been testing some new stuff. I've got OBS finally. But not only that, I've just been recently burnt out, and I know now going into the new year what content I do want to make and what content I don't. With that being said, let's get into it. So at the start of this video, you most likely heard uh, the the composition that I came up with. As you can see, it's on the screen, and the song is about 2 minutes and 50. And with this song, I really wanted to take a more classical approach, more classical soundtrack approach. And on this screen, I wanted to share my thoughts, especially in this video. I wanted to share my thoughts, my processing, in terms of this music. Like, what are my main objectives? What are my thoughts, my theories? So let's head into the logic. So as you can see here, let's zoom out. It's 2 minutes and 50, right? 2 minutes and 48, roughly. One of the big importance for me with this piece of soundtrack, you heard the beginning, so I'm not going to play roughly about it, but I'm most likely going to play probably this bit here. And the reason why I'm going to probably play this bit is because that's where most of the score comes out of. That's all of the instrumentation. But if we zoom in, we can see that I added some dynamics to this. And I think a lot of people, especially you if you're watching this video, I learned this in uni, in college, dynamics with your scores. a lot of us, when we're starting out making music, we're making it from sample libraries such as this, which is obviously the thumbnail. And even on here, you can see that is at a 0. The instrument starts off a bit raw, a bit doesn't have the dynamic range that I wanted to build up yet to. And how we do that is simple, to be honest with you. If I want to add dynamics to my violins 1, I've panned it to left because uh, that's what they would be. You know, in an orchestra, excuse me, conducting, the violins would be left, piano would be central. Like this is how it would be mapped out. So I would implore you, I would encourage you guys when you're creating your scores, have it when you're mixing it, have it on the left, have it on the right, have it center. Like just because it sounds better. That's what it sounds like. But we don't have the dynamic structure then of like a real life conductor hall, like an Abbey Roads. The dynamics then of what a real life violin, a real life viola, double bass, horns, like we don't like with the samples, like they're not that close yet. So what we can do is we can play with it. We go over to here, dynamics, switches. So as you can see, those are my dynamics. Now the funny thing about it is, as you can see by this, is if we go over to right, obviously I'm not you see here that obviously like that's what it is. But if you wanted to with the right, you could just down, up, down, and then you've got that dynamic range. That is probably one of my main things going into this. You know, I was burnt out and I really do like this piece. And I think, as the title is called, Doom, really want to symbolize a lot of epicness, a villain emerging from the battles of the war ground, facing the hero. You know, the final "you thought you killed me" moment. I thought this score symbolizes that bit of epicness, a bit of villainy, a bit of tension building in the air, just a constant threading of tension. And I think if you obviously I've been listening to been playing a lot of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies. A lot of that is in there as well. So I look at this and ultimately that's what I was striving for. Am I going to release this track? Probably, maybe, maybe not. But here's my mixing as well. Obviously, I got a bit of EQ on that as well. Obviously, on the kind of the last chain, I got a bit of echo and a bit of like a limiter then. Just to add a bit more of echo, like it's symbolizing a hall. Um, you know, I think ultimately, uh, you know, I really did enjoy making this track. Um, but one of my main things in terms of like showing people, and I'm learning this myself, while I'm crafting and homing in on my composing skills, is that I do want to make the scores so authentic as possible. But that's that. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below.